Okay, so welcome to week four as we talk about industrial hygiene. I have some supplements in addition to your text reading, just to clarify things, any muddy points. Of course, I'm here if you have any questions, that's fine. But I like to think of industrial hygiene as the act of preventing accidents before they happen. Now, we can't always do this, of course, but the idea is to look for certain particulars that could potentially be a hazard or something like that. And we can do that throughout the office, the workplace and all. A simple example could be you have a filing cabinet out in the hallway that's not covering, but it's just right below a sprinkler or some type of safety device. That's a hygiene issue. I use an example in the written lecture for this week about pepper spray, just in case you didn't read it. I remember this weekend. It was I graduated my master's degree, and I was just kind of. I mean, I was happy. Don't get me wrong, but I knew it was Saturday. I knew on Monday, part of my training was getting sprayed in the eyes with pepper spray. So I mean, I was enjoying myself, but at the same time, I'm like, I gotta get hit in the face. I'm just waiting, like 48 more hours just to ponder getting sprayed in the eyes with pepper spray. Well, why is that an industrial hygiene issue technically? Well, in training, when you work for something, it's just some agency in criminal justice or whatever, you kind of have to feel what it's like. Thank God they don't shoot you, right? But they do use those stun guns on you, but I didn't have one, so I didn't need to get shocked. Good thing. So anyway, we did carry pepper spray, and the idea is you have to feel it and kind of like maneuver while you have been sprayed with pepper spray. Because if you get sprayed out there in the world, you still got to take care of yourself. And sometimes, honestly, you just get in contact with it. You got to know how to handle it, what it feels like. So maybe you're not as shocked by it. I think would be the idea. So I use that as an example. I have another example in here too, I believe. Yeah, another example could be like a landscaper who must wear goggles, long pants, and shoes. I mean, you could have a rock pop up and hit you right in the eye there. That's no fun. So again, the industrial hygiene has more to do with planning safety proactively. And it kind of ties into last week as far as root cause analysis too. Don't get me wrong, but what you're going to do is pay specific attention to the hierarchy of controls in chapter 6 of your text. So the idea here behind this hierarchy is a set of controls to prevent accidents. Pretty straightforward there. So in this week 4 discussion, it was easy for me to pick on COVID a little bit because we have a different world now post COVID. But if there was a substantial outbreak of COVID again, what would we do to eliminate hazards? So, say we have another, I don't know, I hope this never happens, and I'm sure the likelihood's low, but say we have this new strain of COVID, and this one's really contagious. We need to uh, have preventions. Do we do what we did in 2020 at this point and make everyone go home? Do we have other protocol that we may use? Do we say forget about it at this point? Herd immunity. So there's all kinds of questions when it comes to something like this. So, what kind of personal protection equipment do you need in your workplace? There was an issue. I worked for the state. I was actually finishing my last 4 months, I think it was, and then I was a pensioner when COVID really hit. And I was like, okay, so I got to go home because I'm not essential. So I'm like, I'm probably never going to go back to that office ever again. I didn't think it was going to take 2 weeks. I thought it would take a while, pandemic and all, right? But what about those who have to be there, like nurses and doctors at the hospitals and all that? And there was issues as far as lack of PPEs, as far as it is rumored that they were told to go ahead and reuse that mask. And there was some exodus from there because of panic, because of concern. Someone could have a relative at home who has a pre-existing condition, and getting COVID and bringing it home could be an issue. So think about stuff like that as far as PPEs, something along those lines. What could we do different to be better prepared and more functional? And do we need to have the same response as we did before? Um, and again, there's no wrong answer here. This is just to focus on our creativity to really identify how to handle a problem like this. And to be honest with you, there's no wrong answer here either. Uh, Especially in the middle, the beginning of the pandemic, no one, doesn't matter. My thought is no one really knew what to do. You figure it out, but you put controls in place, but how do we really know? We haven't had a pandemic in 100 years, so chances are we weren't prepared, or as prepared as we need to be. So that's the whole idea behind this hypothetical discussion question, is to look at industrial hygiene from a larger scope. What we would do, say, if a pandemic such as COVID, and I'm just using COVID, were to recur and we had to respond in kind, what would you do? So this will be a heavily engaging discussion. No wrong answer. It's just not a matter of our worldview about what we feel about should have been done or not done. All right, we have experience with this now. How do we act? And we can agree or disagree with individuals. Just be nice about it. And I know all of you will. It's just, again, we're looking at this from a macro perspective of solving a problem, not because of what we believe in based on the news and stuff. That's okay. Just look at it as a problem that you need to deal with in your organization, and the bottom line for your organization. And that's basically about it. So there's no written assignment due this week. So take some time to stretch and enjoy the discussion, and I'll see you on the boards.